Hello, Flosstube. It's time for my next Flosstube. This is number 26. So I'm going to show you one finished, not fully finished, but stitched, and then a bunch of whips. I'll go over my Stitch Mania, what I did for that, and then my plans for the next month, and then some haul. I had some fun kitting up some designs that I'd had, and so I will show you all of that. So let's get started. I am filming this. This is Saturday, June 5th, 2022. And my husband has taken the cats to the vet, so I'm trying to get this in before he comes back with them. It's just their annual shots. So hopefully we will get this through this without any interruption. All right, so let me show you my finish first. Oh, I forgot my cardboard that I usually put behind these. We'll just make do with something else. Oh, this will work. All right, so this is called Today Forever. It's by Heart and Hand. This is the chart. And I'm doing this for my niece, or I did this for my niece who's getting married a week from today. So here it is, all finished, stitched. So today I plan to go out and get some fabric, and I'll probably do it like as a flat fold or some kind of stand up so they can just put it anywhere. They don't have to hang it. But that's on my agenda for today after I get done filming this. All right, there's stuff everywhere. I have lots to show you today. And then another, I don't know if I ever showed you this. So I get to stitch at work for about 30 minutes. I take a 30-minute lunch and stitch at work almost every day with a couple of friends. And so I always have a small project that I take with me. So I guess some people would call that their travel project. So these are the previous hands-on design year of celebration. So these were the first set. So this was May. And I think I'm going to finish these. I have a little easel. I've done a couple of them, and I think I'm going to give these to my youngest son and his girlfriend to have. They're moving to Colorado the end of July. So, and then this is the one I've been working on. So it's it's wrinkly. I haven't ironed it or anything, but that's the one I've been working on at work. All right. Excuse me. Then I've still been working, and I did not have time to write up or add up how many stitches I put in each of these. But this is my Riverwalk charm, and I'll put a picture of what it's going to look like and what it was last time. And this is Riverwalk charm. So as you'll see in the other ones that I started for Stitch Mania, the other Heaven and Earth, this is Heaven and Earth. The artist is Ruanne Manning, I think, and it was charted by Heaven and Earth. As you'll see with the other Heaven and Earth designs I started for Stitch Mania, I started them on the diagonal. So now I'm converting this one into diagonal. So I'm just going back and starting a new diagonal and taking it all the way across. I really like the neatness of that, and what I really like is I don't have to try and figure out what I'm going to stitch next. I just take the next color and work on it, and the next color and work on it. And so I don't know that the stitching itself is any faster, but I don't spend time trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. So this one, I worked on some since last time. I can't tell you how much. I'm really excited that the building, we're getting into the building, and I can't wait to get down below. There's some plants, and then you get down to the bottom, there's tables, and so it'll be fun. But that's where I am on that one. I don't know where to put everything. I'm on my big dining room table and it's full. So another one, and I'll have to insert a picture of what it will look like. This is called Open Your Heart to Adventure. It's Stitch Rovia and Condon, I'm sorry, I've forgotten. But anyway, this is where I am on this one. There's really not anything there you can't see. So I worked on this some last night. It's like Open Your Heart to New Adventure, I think is what the whole thing says. And it's got, and I'll put a picture in. But this one I'm trying to do for my son that's moving to Denver. He and his girlfriend, like I said, are moving to Denver. And I figure that's a new adventure. So it'd be fun to do something like that for them. All right, and then the other whip, not counting my Stitch Mania, that I worked on is and I'll put a picture of what it will look like. This is the Mini Bouquet Sampler by Jeanette Douglas. And so I was working on May. This is May. I did get April finished. I was missing a couple of colors, so I got those and was able to fill in and got April finished, and then working on May. Obviously I did not get it done by the end of May, so I've got some catching up to do on that one. But it's really a fun stitch and has some really pretty colors. Okay, so for Stitch Mania, I was insane. I decided what I wanted to do. Like I don't have enough huge projects already started. I decided what I wanted to do was start a new Heaven and Earth design each Sunday. So not every day, but each week. And because the 1st of May was on the Sunday, there were 5 Sundays in May, so I got an extra one in. So I started 5 new Heaven and Earth projects. This first one I've shown you already, and I haven't stitched any on it, but I wanted to just show them all to you as a part of my Stitch Mania wrap up. So this is Beachcomber's Bounty. Amy Stewart is the designer, charted by Heaven and Earth, and I will put a picture in of what it will look like. I think this, this was one of my favorites. And I think it's because you can see part of the starfish underwater already in the corner. So it's really fun. And actually this one, one of the groups I'm in on Facebook, Semi-Sane Stitchers, you were supposed to do something that was beach or something else. So I picked this for my project for beach. So I will stitch on it some more in June. And then the second one I started, and again, I'll put a picture in, and this one I purchased Beachcomber's Bounty was just regular, you know, not max colors, not supersized, nothing, just a regular cross stitch. This one is max colors, not supersized, and this is Hot Air Balloon Sunrise. Doesn't look like much yet. But again, I'm really enjoying working on this diagonal. And I've kind of, with the first one, the first 2, I was very rigid. I mean, I did not go across it. And then I was reading, you know, there's a diagonal stitching Facebook group, and I was reading some on there, like, yeah, if it's, you know, 1 or 2 over here, I'll go over. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. If there's like 1 stitch of that color in the next diagonal, might as well stitch it while I have it on my needle. So I have done a little bit of that. As you'll see when I get a little farther. So the third one, on the third Sunday I started, is Butterflies and Clouds 2, and I don't remember the designer. It's Heaven and Earth. This one I decided to try tent stitch. I haven't done tent stitch, and although it's faster, I really should have written down how many I did on each one, and how many hours I spent, so you could see. And although it's faster, to me, it takes more thought to figure out which way I need to do whether I'm going up top to bottom or bottom to top to get the right pattern on the back. So I probably won't do that on others, even though it will go faster. I don't enjoy it as much. And so then my birthday was on the 4th Sunday in May. It actually was my grandson's first birthday. He was born on my birthday last year, which was really exciting. So I started one that I've been dying to do as soon as it came out, and it hasn't been out that long. It's called the Grand Library. I'll put a picture in of what it will look like. It's Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth, and this is how far I got. So not very far. There's a lot of colors in that little corner, but that's probably one that I'll want to keep working on. I mean, I want to keep on working on all of them, so it's hard. And then the last one I started last Sunday, for the last Sunday in May, was Sea Opal. And I'll put a picture in of what it will look like. I'm not showing you before of any of these because they were all started in May. So there's really no before pictures. And so this is Sea Opal. It's a lot of dark colors in that first corner. So not a lot to see yet. In real life, you can kind of see, I don't know if it shows up at all on camera. You can see some lighter colors going down through there. But it's a pretty one too. Again, I want to work on it. Sorry, I'm having to reach all the way down to the other end of the table. Okay, so that's everything that, keep shaking the camera too. That's everything I worked on since the last Flosstube, including all of my Stitch Mania. So then I thought what I would show you are the numbers that were called for Whip Go for June. So I'll have to see if I can find a picture to put in for this one, because this I did as a mystery stitch along several years ago. This is Serenity Harbor, and let me just take off this top one so you can see what I do have done. This is By the Bay Needle Art. So let's see if I can show you this at all. I'll have to hold it back a little bit. So I've gotten that top part done, and now I'm starting in on all of the design at the bottom. It's got a bunch of water and trees, and again, I'll try and put a picture in of what the whole thing will look like. But this is where I am right now. So that is one of my Whip Go projects. I'm gonna put this back on so I don't lose it. And for Whip Go, I do 10 hours. That's what I do for each of my Whip Go projects. So I will spend 10 hours on that this month. I have one Whip Go from May. There were 3 numbers drawn, and I did not get that third one. So I do need to catch up on that at some point. And then the other number that was called for May was this Royal Games. So this is the first one, and I'm starting on the hearts part. So this is where I am now. Oops. Let's turn it this way so you don't see that other pattern through it. So this is where I am now. So I have a long ways to go. But again, I'll get 10 hours in on that this month. And the Open Your Hearts into Adventure, that's what I put in semi-sane as my focus piece. So I'm supposed to get 1,000 stitches in on it. I wanted to really focus on it because I would like to get it done before they move at the end of July. It has a lot of stitching, so we'll see. Okay, so like I said, my birthday was in May, and my whole family, my mom, my dad, my 2 sisters, came down to celebrate my birthday and Liam's first birthday. And so my sisters got me a gift card to my local needlework store. So I had fun spending that. Plus, my local needlework store sends me a coupon for my birthday month, so I got to use that. So I had a lot of fun kitting stuff up. So let me show you what I did kit up. So I'm trying to open these so it's not quite so loud. I have all of the calendar crates from Stitching with the Housewives. Let me just get all of this out so you can see the threads too. So this is the August one. I thought I would start with August, but I don't care to work on black. So I went to my needlework store and they helped me pick out. We don't need the extra ones. Just get one of each color. That'll make it easier for you to see. And this is Baltic Green. It doesn't have on here who makes it, but I thought it was real pretty with these colors. Oops. So I think that will be real pretty. And I love green. So I went ahead and got the piece for the big one and for the small. And that is another semi-sane thing that we had to do for June. We didn't have to. You pick what you want to do. There's no have to do anything. But one of the things I picked was Summer Stitch Along, I think it was called. I think that was the name of the event. And it was Stitch on a Summer project, but it had to be a new start. So that's what I decided to use for that. I'm going to put it, I did buy a couple of bags, and I don't remember which Flosstuber I watched that told me about these bags, but they're just crossing stitches, so I bought this one. Sorry for the glare. And then that's what the back of it is. So that's what I'm going to put that August, I think either that one or this other one, I can't decide. Yeah, because it has a beehive on it. And then the other bag I bought from them, which I've already put some stuff in, is this one with the sunflowers. I really wanted a sunflower bag. They had several pretty ones on there. I had a hard time choosing. I can't show you because this is the chart itself, but there's a new stitch along from Satsuma Street called the Animal House. And so I've just got the threads ready for it. And then I'm going to, at some point, go into my fabric stash and see if I can find a good fabric for it. But that's what I've got in that sunflower bag right now. All right. Then the other things I've kitted up, I have another niece. We have lots of weddings this year. So I have one niece getting married a week from today, and I have another niece getting married in August, and a nephew getting married at the end of October. So for my niece in August, I'm going to make this one. This is To Have and to Hold Country Cottage. So I just got a very neutral fabric. It's mostly DMC. There's just a couple of overdyed. So there's the overdyed. Oh, there's my husband back, so sorry. And there's the other floss. So that's for my other niece who's getting married in August. All right, I'm going to pause and hopefully I can figure out how to put this back together. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully I have figured out how to put that together for you. Cats are glad to be back home. All right, so the next thing, oh, that's this one. I was confused there for a minute. The next thing that I kitted up, and I went to Michael's and used a coupon, and sorry, that's why it's kind of noisy, and got the DMC. So this is a pattern I had ordered, I don't know, a month or so ago. Carolyn Manning Aquamarine, and I just love the colors in this. So here are all of the flosses, and I use floss away bags. That's what I've used for years. That's just my preference. I know some people have been putting them on thread drops. Some people bobbinate them. I just use floss away bags. So I have not taken the time to do that with these yet. That's why it's just a mess. But let me see if I can hold them up. So the fabric I got is a 32 count artichoke by Witchelt. I didn't want white. And so there, I think you can kind of see. So I think that is going to be beautiful. And I really want to start this. Not that I need another big project going, but I really want to start that. I heard somebody, I don't remember who it was that I heard, I watch a lot of Flosstube also while I'm doing other crafting. And I heard somebody say they're a process stitcher. They just enjoy the stitching, whether they get the project done or not, you know, that's a bonus. And I think that's me too, because I just love stitching on all these things, and I'm not going to get them all done in my lifetime. Okay, so the next one I kitted up, and I think there's a stitch along going on with this one, but I don't know that I will necessarily join in with that. But this is Rosewood Manor, a Tisket a Tasket. Really pretty. And this was part of what I kitted up. Now, I spent more than what I had in gift cards, but I used it as an excuse to kit up a bunch. So this is 30 count antique lace. They use an abbreviation for who the company is, and it's SHD. I need to just get them to give me a legend of what all their abbreviations are so that I know when I'm looking at them later what they are. But this is, the colors in it are just beautiful. I'm trying to separate those so you can see this beautiful blue. I think that's Fathom. Yeah. So just a real neutral color, but I think that's going to be beautiful. Yeah, this Fathom is just beautiful. And this one too, this is Deep Sea. Such pretty colors. So that will be fun someday. Okay. Again, there's stuff all over. And then I wanted to, let me put this underneath so I can open it up. Maybe not be quite so noisy. I wanted to start, I've seen some people showing, they've been working on the little monthly, these are the little, no, Country Cottage sampler of the month. So this is June. Probably should have started with July, but I kitted up June. And so these are the colors that it calls for. Try and get them all put together. I tried to be prepared, but like I said, I was trying to do this quickly. Did I tell you this is 32 count beautiful beige is the fabric that I got for it. And then this really tilly goes with it too. So it's crescent colors. So that'll be really pretty. So this may be, I may start working on this as my lunchtime travel project at work, just for something different. All right, then the last thing, whoops, I dropped it. The last thing I kitted up is Hive Rules. Let me pull all of this out. I'm gonna have some work putting all this back together when I'm done. This is by Primrose Cottage. She's really been doing, I assume she, some beautiful things. So this is Hive Rules. And I had most of these colors, so they're in floss bags, so I'm sorry it's kind of hard to see. But the fabric I chose for it was 32 count light mocha. So I think all of my golds, I know the greens will show up real pretty on it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to show you when they're in floss away bags, but that's kind of, you can kind of see. So that'll be fun. And I think that'll be a real fun stitch too. I could have done that one for the summer one, but now I already decided I'm going to do the calendar crates. Okay, then the rest of what I have, and I'm not going to take the time to pull them out of their sleeves because then it would take too long and it would be too noisy. Then I went, so most of those I got, all the kitting up I did a couple weekends ago with my gift card and my coupon. And then I had to go get fabric for my other niece's wedding sampler. And while I was there, I found more charts. Like I need more charts. But again, so years and years ago, there was a chart I saw, and to me, it was kind of a Russian buildings because it had those rounded rooftops. And I loved it and I didn't get it and I've never been able to find it since. So I think that's what started that. If I see it and I like it, I'm going to buy it now. Plus, in another 5 years or so, I'm hoping to retire. And then if I have all this stuff kitted up, I will never run out of anything to stitch. Of course, I could retire today and live for 40 years and not run out of things to stitch. But anyway, so I had seen, I think it was Annie the Proper Stitcher was doing these, and these are all JBW designs, and I got the whole series. So this is Summer in the Round. Let's see, there's Spring in the Round. And I will probably finish these on something that I can interchange them. This is Fall in the Round. Winter. And I'm thinking these would be fun. I doubt I will do them on white. I just don't usually work on white. So I'll probably find a fun, you know, soft fabric that would go with that season, and then a fun overdyed thread. So that'll be fun picking them out. This is Christmas in the Round. Halloween. And I'm assuming they're all using one. Yeah. And then Love. I had to get this one because it has the Eiffel Tower in it. So I got all of those. And then I saw a new Waxing Moon design that I hadn't seen before. This is Halloween Street. Aren't those houses cute? I love stitching Halloween things. And then I have been collecting, this is from the Heart Needle Art. I've been collecting the monthly Quakers. but this is not a part of the monthly series. It's just a separate one. It's called Quaker Blooms. Look at those pretty colors. I haven't even looked to see. Yeah, they're gentle art. And then this is the latest in the Year in the Woods series. This is the eagle. He's quite stunning. And I haven't picked up the fabric for him, or I don't remember which other one it was supposed to be on this. I think it's Velt by Picture This Plus. My local needlework store hasn't been able to get it. No, it was the bear, and I got something different for the bear because on the bear picture it looked more blue than green, and so they picked out a blue that looked real pretty. But on this one I think I do want to get a green, so I may see if I can get the Velt somewhere or find something else that will work. Okay, I think that's it. This was a little bit longer one for me. I had a lot of stuff to show you, a lot of haul to show you. Hopefully I will have lots of stitching to show you next time. I did delay. Usually I try and come every 2 weeks. This time I made it 3 weeks because I wanted to be after Stitch Mania, so I could show you the results of my Stitch Mania stitching. So now I have a lot of work to put this all back together, and then I can get to stitching. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.